How you guys doing? This is James, and this is Have the Conversation once again. I want to talk real quick off the top of my mind about the impeachment stuff that's going on right now. I'm not going to claim to know a lot about politics. I'm learning myself, and I feel almost embarrassed to not know more than what I do on the particular subject of politics. But this is my take on the whole situation. Uh, We are once again at a junction in American society and political culture. Let me take that back. We political landscape where we are facing impeachment hearings and things like that. The last time we were in this position was when Bill Clinton supposedly got oral sex in the Oval Office. We all know the outcome of that. The reason why I'm bringing this up right now is because we have Trump and impeachment proceedings going on. And the thing that I want to say is this: is that we are we are in a position where again we have someone who half the country. This is probably with a lot of presidents, but we have someone who is at the masthead of the country, who, in my opinion, and probably a lot of people's opinions, has visually and verbally disrespected half of the country. That's basically, literally, peop, uh, newscasters, citizens, athletes, all walks of life have called him a sexist, a bigot, a racist, and a misogynist, and other things I can't think of the words off the top of my head. So the whole point of the video is this right here. Why would we want to have a person who is sitting in the ambassadorial position of our country who has that type of persona? And the type of persona, why would we want to have a ruthless person like Donald Trump in office right now? Why? He made fun of a reporter violently shaking like this and everything like that. And he was on Voice for saying you can grab him anywhere. He said, well, locker room talk. I don't care about no locker room talk. Why would you be in the position you're in? Because back then, I think he was just still a billionaire guy who owned the hotels and stuff like that. I mean, why would the people who actually like him, why would we want a guy like him in charge of our nation? Because the thing is that anytime you have a person who outright bullies people, outright says we don't want you here, outright just disrespects women and uses profanity and just um, doesn't care about athletes' opinions and you know, because looking back, we had Barack Obama who basically was saying that Colin Kaepernick is exercising his right, blah blah blah, and we have Trump who said that would you just like to hear an owner say he's fired and stuff like that. So it just begged my whole opinion on the impeachment stuff is yes, he needs to go. And that's not because I'm a brown skinned man. It's because I don't care if he was a man of color such as Barack Obama. If Barack Obama had have been the same way as Trump, I would have said he needs to go. Flat out. Because we don't need an ambassador who is not representing the values of the country. Donald Trump doesn't represent the values of America. He does not. He is misogynistic. He is bigoted, racist, and the values of the country as a whole. There are people in America like that, but the values of the country and the Constitution and liberty all say we welcome you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. The values of this country say we welcome you. No matter what your skin looks like, no matter what your hair, no matter what you look like, it says we welcome you. Granted, We don't need people here who don't have the same values of our country, but yet and still we cannot sit up here and pick and choose based upon their origins. I'm sorry. So my whole point of this whole thing is that I really do hope that he's getting out of office. We've only got what 18 months to do it, but I fully agree with the impeachment trial. Um, I believe in the impeachment trial because of the fact that Mr. Trump is a very disrespectful man in nature. And we don't need him as an ambassador representing the country in a way that misrepresents the country. That's all I have to say about that. Like and subscribe to this channel. Like this video if you liked what I talked about. Give me comments on both sides of the spectrum what you thought about my commentary. And love you guys as always.